Infernal Tower is a group of stages that is added in version 11 of the Battle Cats. Infernal Tower are sequel stages in a Heavenly Tower group of stages. Okay, cut the crap, we'll set to the point. Infernal Towers for 41 to 50 are absolute garbage, and are a giant downgrade to the peak that is Heavenly Tower 41 to 50. They're inconsistent with the difficulty, boring, lame, annoying, and they have one of the worst design units in the game. Infernal Tower 4's 41 to 50 are awful. Here's why.
Mama.
This one isn't that bad, I guess. This stage follows pretty much the same kind of theme as the OG one, with Corrupted Valkyrie spawning after around 15 seconds and Corrupted Bahamut after around a minute, with Bandit Lion spawning periodically as support. The difference in the Infernal Tower stage comes with the new enemies added.
Hey, look at that! Look at that! No shit!
The Infernal Tower adds 3 new enemies, Sirwell, Aki, and Devil's Life. These enemies shift the focus of the stage from killing Corrupted Valkyrie as fast as you can to get enough money to deal with Bahamut, to killing Corrupted Valkyrie as fast as you can, which trying to time your supercar, which is very hard to do with Aki's badass attack animation and everything else in the stage, all while dealing with 100% Sirwells. For all this bullshit, the stage becomes pretty annoying and pleasant to play through, only because trying to time supercar to hit Aki is like trying to have mouse sets with an octopus. So this stage becomes a pretty big pain in the ass, but it's not too bad. Let's move on to 442.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture.
This one is pretty tame and easy. The changes are very minimal, as the only change is replacing the Zombie and Angel Cyclone with the actual Relic one. That's it. It's the only change. Bonus play out here changing the status quo. Anyways, since all the Cyclones are at 100% magnification, you kill them pretty easy. And they are all against the actual Relic Cyclone. To be honest, this stage is pretty boring as the changes are minimal and small, and the fact that all the Cyclones only 100% magnification makes the stage absolutely piss easy. Let's just move on.
Whoa, watch out, that sky's the wrong color.
This stage sucks really fucking hard. Let's make the 1000 IQ move of making everything separated. Pretty much how the stage works is that you have 2 relic bosses, Artham and Emos, and each time they have support of Azula. This sucks since you can very easily kill the relic enemies with Fusa, since Protoss very clearly doesn't playtest their units. And on top of that, you hardly have to preserve your Holy Blast like you have to do in Heavenly Tower 43. You can use it whenever the Azula burrows with no worry at all. And also, Musashi is such a non-factor in this stage. He pretty much does nothing at all in the whole stage, and it's just there to stop you from pushing too far. Very lame. Overall, the stage is a lot easier than the original, and I think that's mainly because the time between spawns is way too long, to be honest, and it's overall boring. Hopefully the next stage is more worthwhile, but I have my doubts.
This sucker always yelling.
This stage is a fucking crazy difficulty spike, like holy shit. The last couple stages were kinda okay in difficulty, but this one spikes higher than my mom's blood pressure after seeing a dude in a dress. This one is pretty frustrating since a lot of it is timing units to try to kill the peons while having your attackers not be sniped by the advents. Speaking of peons in this stages are changed from peonic spawns of dart doges and ghoulies to Aku peons. These include Aku doges, ghoulies, and pangs, and Wicked Cat for some fucking reason. Overall, the stage is really hard, but honestly, probably one of the better ones for the sheer fact of the other stages being so damn lame. Like, this is probably worse than the OG 444, mainly because that one was so simple and skill-based, but this one isn't awful. Hopefully the remaining stages are as at least.
We're going to commit a great crime! We are going to bust a nut in the pizza tower!
This stage is weird. It's pretty much the same as the OG stage, but the ducks and dogs are swapped with Old Horn and Wicked Tank Cat, and added Sirwells. This stage follows the same general strat of Korea and research combos, only this time was split against the Old Horn and Sirwells. I think it's probably easier than the original stage, mainly because the Douche and Darshan are insanely strong in the original stage. But whatever, this stage is fine. Next stage.
Oh, thanks for the $6. Charlie's girl is slobbering on my meat. Ha ha ha.
This stage is probably the hardest one, to be honest. This one is very heavily expanded on in Infernal Tower. Like, there's literally almost double the enemies. Anyways, this stage changes from surviving long enough to kill Dabu with the Holy Blast, to surviving long enough to kill Dabu while trying to survive the Lois and Goku Otter. The Angel Otter and Lois is what really makes this stage hard, because they are a very dangerous pushing force together. Combine that with Dabu and Wan, and you got yourself one hell of a level. Overall, this stage is decent, though it can definitely be unpleasant to people with low amount of boosts in the unit. Dang, that was actually pretty decent. Hopefully then, that's all that keeps that streak alive.
Time to cook a delicious pastry. Listen up, this is a step-by-step guide on how to start a union.
Mother of Mercy, this is possibly the biggest downgrade of anything I've ever seen in my life. How did they turn floor 47, possibly the best designed stage in the game, into this hollow, empty trash heap? My god, okay, let's just talk about the stage. In the Infernal stage, instead of elbows, balls, and tacky, we have Aki, Miss Devil, and Aki-Pang. First problem, Aki, time super its flinch. But whatever, the stage can take whatever it can get in terms of difficulty. Second problem, the stage is so fucking empty. If you watch any video on Heavenly Tower floor 47, you'll see that there's typically at least one peon on screen at a time. And if there isn't, that's probably some of the only time of peace in that stage. But in the Infernal version, most of the time there's no peons on screen, and it's just Simon Echo and Pugsley, which is so fucking lame. Problem 3, the peons stink. The peons on the original version were really strong. Fucking Owlblows will one-shot most of the units, and it pretty much requires a fishman hit to kill. The Walls will absolutely wreak havoc if left unchecked, since most of the time they come in swarms. The Tackies will absolutely destroy everything if not dealt with properly, as opposed to an Infernal Tower where we have Aki-Pang. With a couple missed doubles. Generally to do it very easily with base attackers like Hitman or Slime. Like, sure, they have Aki, but even that is piss easy since it only comes in pairs of 2. There's only 2 of them in the level. Like, it wouldn't even be that bad if there wasn't so damn space between the enemy spawns. Like, this stage is genuinely so fucking empty. It's genuinely impressive. Ugh, whatever. This stage is just another case of bonus dominating the actual good stages in one way or another. I'm just tired of talking about this. Let's get this over with.
Yes, the title of the video is correct. This is a game called Chair Fucking.
I think this might be the only stage in 41 to 50 that's actually a reasonable step up in difficulty in Infernal Tower. The sequel stage to Heavenly Tower that's supposed to be harder. Fucking brilliant. Anyways, the original floor 48 is a Cybersat stage. That's it. It's a stage where you stack an obscene amount of units, then you win. But in Infernal Tower, you can't easily stack, because there's 3 Midnight Ds that spawn before base hit, that stop you from as easily cyber-stacking. Find out what the more dangerous bosses. Why, there's no ads here. And you got yourself a solid improvement to a kind of boring stage. But the problem with the stage is that you're still mainly just stacking shit, which starts even more when you try to fight Megabun and you just fucking one-taps your stacking units. But, whatever, the stage is alright. Right up from 47. Let's see if the penultimate stage is any good. This stage is pretty much just random bullshit go, honestly. This stage is pretty much the same, except with lower tower bosses and opportunities. That's pretty much it. You just kind of spam well legends and wait for units until you win. That's kind of it. Pretty delightful penultimate stage, I guess. Let's hope the final stage goes out the vein, hopefully.
I'm Mr. Fancy. Look at my fancy hotel room. Look at my 3 mirrors, because apparently I have 3 heads.
This stage sucks so bad, good god. It is fucking crazy to me how poorly they handled the stage. Okay, let's back up. You might be asking, what makes this stage so awful? Well, it comes with the bosses. With the boss, Esoteric Urill. Urill is a relic enemy, like all the other tower bosses, and that's a problem, since when you reach the stage, you probably have all the UL shoe forms unlocked. And those shoe forms made the stage piss easy. Like genuinely, Nala, Luza, and Doron completely destroy Urill in this stage. Like holy hell. And to be honest, I think the main problem here is that the UR Legends is just poorly designed. Shit like these are so shitly designed and overtuned to the point where they completely destroy most both enemies entirely, which is so lame. Only slightly less egregious, but it's still pretty bad when it comes to power creep in general too. Like genuinely, why couldn't they make Hermit a relic, Uala an actual enemy, and Urill a behemoth enemy or something? That would at least not make those stages so easy. Like actually, this stage would be so crazy hard, and actually be good if you wrote true forms didn't exist or weren't so damn busted, or if Formos wasn't so incompetent and had the balls to twerk when it was Nerf their units. Whatever, hopefully.
The newest Tesla feature is that the seat will take a high-resolution scan of your balls, and then use your ball print to biometrically unlock and start the car.
I'm not gonna go too in depth on this, cause I kinda wanna make a separate video on this. But I at least want to touch on Urill Shoeform because it's so incompetently made, so overtuned, and so bad that I genuinely believe that it's the worst unit in the game by a long shot. Nothing comes close. Like sure, there's stuff like Phono, like Dastly, but at least those units are extremely hard to get and you can't use them in 4-star, but Urill is free and not that hard to get, and at least for a unit this powerful. Like, this unit's gonna shift the meta. Hell, it's not, he's not just gonna shift the meta. It's gonna bloody roundhouse the damn thing and send ripples of poor design bullshit across the game forever, and be an overall bad thing for little everyone and everything.
Welcome to the end. Was it all you dreamed?
Overall, Infernal Tower Force 41 to 50 are pretty mid, and overall a decent downgrade from the originals. Really, the only stage that I would say is better than the original is 48, and the ball is literally on the floor in that regard. Besides that, with you getting the worst designed unit in the game, and this being literally the best source of Dark Eyes that's not balanced, forcing you to play it every time it appears, makes it pretty damn awful. But that's just my thoughts. Go ahead and leave yours in the comments and call me a slur if you want, I don't care. Anyways, I'm Astronaut Gammon, and have a good day filled without actors or supercars.